Have you ever wondered why Delhi is the capital of India? Why is it the center for almost everything in our country? Whether it's politics or law, Delhi stands as the head office for all. But if you look at the map of India, you'll see that Delhi isn't the geographical center of our country, rather it's Nagpur. Then what makes Delhi so important? And who made it so? Well, to know that, we need to go back in time to find out when did Delhi become the core of our country. Imagine it's the 15th century and you're in Delhi. Now look around और आपको कैनॉट प्लेस की जगह हाथी, सेनाएं और शायद मुगल एम्पायर के सबसे पहले राजा यानी बाबर नजर आएंगे. Yes, today we are going to explore the Mughal Empire, which actually framed the map of our country. Almost all of what we know as India, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan today was under the Mughal dynasty. Babur founded Mughal dynasty in India in the year 1526 by defeating Ibrahim Lodi in the Battle of Panipat. Since then, the Mughals flourished and remained for more than 200 years, expanding their empire throughout the country. Followed by Babur, his successors Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb led the empire. Each one of them left a lasting impact on the Indian society and culture. While Humayun started with the belief that artists are the delight of the world, patronizing artists from Persia for various art forms like paintings, memoirs, illustrations, etc., his successors too walked in his steps. हम अगर दिल्ली और उत्तर प्रदेश की बात करें तो सबसे पहले हमें नजर आते हैं खूबसूरत किले और सबसे पहले याद आता है ताजमहल, जो कि दुनिया के 7 अजूबों में से एक है. Whether it's बुलंद दरवाजा of Fatehpur Sikri or Red Fort, every single fort showcases the love of art and architecture by Mughals. As you walk down these forts and their structures, the beauty unfolds and blows your mind with every step taken ahead. पर क्या आपको पता है कि मुगल्स आर्किटेक्चर के अलावा और भी कई बदलाव लेकर आए, जैसे कि with their expanse, Muslim population expanded, but Mughals took utmost care to maintain peace amongst people from every religion, providing opportunities to all of them. Moving ahead, Akbar, who was the most famous amongst all the rulers from the Mughal dynasty, brought the golden age for their empire. He was known for his devotion and judgment, and paid little mind to religious practices. Under his reign, he ended slavery and even annulled the pilgrimage tax called Jizya. और तो और शुद्ध हिंदी, जो कि उर्दू से इजाद हुई है, वो भी मुगलों की ही देन है और इन्हीं की बदौलत हम आज शेर व शायरी का लुत्फ उठा पाते हैं. वैसे हम मुगल्स की बात कर रहे हैं और शाही खाने की बात ना उठे ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. बिरयानी हो या कबाब, खीर हो या शरबत, मुगल्स ने अपना अंदाज पकवानों में भी दिखाया है. Almost every king in the Mughal dynasty was fond of experimenting with food. While Humayun brought the Persian influence to the foods, Akbar's kitchen brought the Murg Musallam and Navratan Korma. The use of saffron and dry fruits in desserts and recipes was an idea by Humayun's wife Hamida. Shah Jahan understood the medicinal properties of haldi, jeera and dhania and made it compulsory to use these spices in food. They improvised Indian food, adding the rich Indian spices to it and leaving their taste that we still enjoy in almost every restaurant around India. And by the way, do you know it is believed that Akbar was vegetarian thrice a week? Yeah, he used to avoid non-veg on Monday, Thursday and Friday. And Aurangzeb, who is mostly criticized by many and believed to be the reason behind the downfall of Mughal Empire, it was during his reign when India surpassed China, becoming the world's largest economy and the biggest manufacturing power. These were some of the major facts about the Mughals, their impact on Indian culture, and about how they paved the path to the present, which still exists in the very heart of our country. While that was all for this episode, we will come back with more about other invaders who came to our country and brought other changes with them. Till then, keep playing Mind Wars on the ZEE5 app.